Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumps, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the JP side of the game, taking on the not so new, but for me, the new arena Young Shinobu. So with Young Shinobu, Bonney is an absolute goat. So this is the team I'm using. Let's hop in. Let me just get some stamina, apparently. And let's hop in. So with the new Arena Shinobu, on Japan, they have they seem to have all these, with these arena units, having their own limit break materials, very similar to Global as well. Now, this Arena Shinobu is built up around Bonney and Bonney's release, basically. And if you can find a friend Bonney, it's going to save you a lot of time, as well as make things a little bit easier to take this content down. Now, on stage 1, there is actually a mechanic that I am not familiar with as a global main, which actually allows you to actually get block orbs, as well as take 10% damage at the end of every single turn. So this is actually going to become a little bit of an issue for stalling. But the beautiful thing about Bonney is Bonney can actually give you recovery orbs every time you attack a unit where you have color affinity. So every time we hit a psi unit, our int units are actually going to walk away with a recovery orb, which is really, really nice. And because we do lose that 10% every single turn, those recovery orbs are going to be really, really handy. As you can see, we are getting block orbs on our regular orb rotations, which is a really nasty mechanic, and it's going to make things a little bit tricky as we move forward. But once we move on to the next stage, we do come up against a bunch of psi enemies, and this is where you guys can see the true power of Bonney's captain ability, where if you hit with color affinity, very similar to Luffy and Zoro, where you get Wano orbs, you actually get recovery orbs with Bonney, which is really, really nice. On stage 3, we come up against Raizo. Raizo slot binds our entire crew for 6 turns, and he is a psi unit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch with our Shirashiri. That can remove one of the turns of slot bind, and then we can actually use our Mihawk super typing. Because normal attacks only hasn't kicked in yet, we can actually get the tap timing bonus, and we can start doing a lot more damage to the psi units. Once we've activated the super typing, we can just hit with our normal attacks and take out Raizo. Remember that tap timing is like 1,000 times Mihawk's base attack, so his last shot is going to do a lot of damage. And if you do have your lore just a little bit limit broken, you will be able to get that extra orb for a lot of extra damage on that Raizo stage. On to the next stage, we come up against Kinemon. He has 4 turns of damage reduction and defense up. He binds our middle row, and he gives us normal attacks only. This is where the special of limited rare recruit Yasop is absolutely god tier, as not only does he remove the defense up, he can actually remove the bind. Another really good option is Stampede Buggy, but then you will need to find another way to remove the bind. As you saw, I did have Corazon on my lore, which does help out a little bit, but isn't essential for this particular team. Next, we can actually use our lore special for an orb buff, and then we can use our Mihawk special to not only remove the damage reduction, but give ourselves an attack buff. Now, if we hit a bunch of perfects, we can actually carry that attack buff into the next stage, which is very easy to do here, as we do have a lot of color affinity, and literally just with 2 orbs, we can easily take out Kinemon, no issues whatsoever. Moving on to the final stage against Young Shinobu, she is going to turn into a psi unit as well. She's going to give us 3 turns of blindness, 5 turns of attack down, and 3 turns of paralysis. So having Mihawk as our captain is amazing because we can remove the paralysis. She also gives us 1 turn of special reverse, as well as 5 turns of special bind, and from the previous stage, we actually have fear. So there's a lot of different debuffs going on, and she also has a barrier for 1 perfect. But this is where bringing Bonney is absolutely god tier. We can use the super type of Bonney. That's going to give Bonney herself cooldowns, 1 cooldown, as well as rotate some orbs. Then we can use the Bonney special. When we use the Bonney special, she's not only going to give us an attack buff and a chain lock, she can also give us a full board of recovery orbs, which she makes matching through block orbs, as well as removing any of that leftover slot bind as well. Bonney actually low-key is very, very good. She actually removes fear as well with her special, and as of this moment, she's the only character that can actually do that with her special ability. Once we get our specials back, we can actually use our Halloween Shank special. You could actually use that on the previous turn. I didn't think about it, to be honest. And that way you can get color affinity on the previous stage, as well as carry it into this stage with a chain buff mechanic as well, as we are running all INT units. Finally, we can use our Shirashiri V1 special to remove the blindness and the attack down, which is very, very strong. And with that, we can easily take out Shinobu, no issues whatsoever here. Let's try and get the last shot with Bonney. Beautiful. Easy peasy. So mono int just does the job when it comes to this particular piece of content, and Bonney really shines as long as you can find a friend Captain Bonney. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying the OPTC content, hit the big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, guys, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lights